Radical.
It's all over. It's all said and done. The Los Angeles Lakers are officially out of play-in contention. Not playoff contention. No. Play-ins. This scenario is unreal. I couldn't imagine this. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Lakers. I mean, I have nothing against the Lakers. I just don't like LeBron James. So, I have just loved this season. If you don't like LeBron James, it's just been wonderful tuning into a Lakers game. It's just been comedy. Comedy. I made this one comment on an NBA upload that a lot of people loved, talking about how there were some great games this night. You know, you had the Bucks playing, you had the Mavericks playing. It's about a week ago. And then I said you had the Suns versus the Washington Generals. So funny. So funny. It's funny that the Suns were the team that officially eliminated the Lakers from the play-ins. After Anthony Davis tweeted something along the lines of implying that the only reason the Suns beat them in the playoffs last year was because he was injured. That didn't work out so well. You know, that guy is always injured. That's one of the problems. Anthony Davis is a very good player. I don't know if I'll say great now because he seems to have slid down a little bit. He's a very good player. He's one of the reasons actually that team won their bubble title a couple years ago. Looking back, was it worth it? They traded away a lot of picks to get that one title. I mean, I think the next year they have some free picks would be 2027, I believe. You know, first and second round. I might be mistaken there. Their whole pick situation is confusing. But, you know, the point is they're terrible. They're trash here. They've been trash all season. But it's a specific kind of trash that I don't know if they can clean this up. Because a lot of teams that are trash, they can at least look forward to the draft. They can look forward to the draft, but they can't. This team they're kind of stuck with. And LeBron James has a lot to do with why they actually are in this situation because they had a shot to get DeMar DeRozan. But LeBron wanted Westbrook. They had a shot to have even Buddy Hield, which had been a better fit, but they wanted Westbrook. This team is so full of future Hall of Famers. I mean, you got LeBron, you got Anthony Davis, you got Westbrook, you got Dwight Howard, you got Carmelo Anthony. How in the hell can a team like that not even get to the play-ins? I don't understand it. I don't get it. You ask any of these sports analysts who they thought the top teams would be vying for a championship, and they would say the Nets and the Lakers. And the Nets, by the way, they're in the play-ins. They're locked in the play-ins, but they might not get out of it either. But these Lakers. What I would do is I would actually just make sure to trade Anthony Davis. But it seems like they have no interest in trading him, which is odd to me. Because, you know, you're going to keep a guy that is constantly injured. You know, his trade value, I know, is probably not that high. Maybe they're like, well, you know what, it's better to keep him than to trade him. We can't get much. But, hell, you can get something maybe from one of these teams that are just maybe an Anthony Davis away from competing. Maybe you package Westbrook with Anthony Davis, but then that would be like negative value. And they're on the hook for Westbrook, too. Lots of money next year. I would just look at everything and just have a big sale. Have a big sale, start out from the very bottom. I know a lot of Lakers fans don't want to hear that. But if you could take that entire roster and trade it away to get future picks, and this just tank for a couple years, there's no good solution. There isn't. The Lakers are going to be trash for a while. And some people are pointing to a fact LeBron James actually mentioned Steph Curry. On his show, he was asked what player he wanted to play with, and he said Steph Curry. He said, you know, man, you got to guard that guy when he gets out of the car at the arena, you know. And the thing is, LeBron and Steph, they have a lot of appreciation and love back and forth. I think they grew up together in Ohio. And that's why LeBron always chooses him, for the All Star game whenever they play. And then Steph said, "No, I'm good." He's like, "No, I'm good." Because Steph's on a contending team. Warriors not as good as the Suns, the team that, beat the Lakers and eliminated them. Suns are a lot better than the Warriors currently right now. But, I mean, the Warriors don't have all their people. They're not 100% healthy, but I would argue the Suns are better constructed right now than the Warriors. This season has been wonderfully entertaining for me, you know. Not so much for Lakers fans or LeBron fans, but for me, I really appreciate tuning in to watch these comedy presentations, which would be the Lakers games.